Hey guys, it's Tony. Good morning. We did have a really strong push on Bitcoin in the last couple of hours. I was actually short on Bitcoin right here, and I actually got stopped out around 44.3. There wasn't a big short. I just wanted a test movement. I lost like I think like $100 on this move, which is perfectly fine because ultimately I want crypto to go up heavily. I do think right now that we are retesting this previous support right here as resistance, right? So we actually want to see that break in resistance. But I think generally right now what's going to happen is Bitcoin might end up trading around this range. It's what we want. We don't want it to, we do not want it to just kind of, here I'll let you guys, I'll see this. We don't want Bitcoin to go like this, come back here, and then immediately come back down, right? That's usually what happens on moves like this. You see it usually come up, retest previous support, maybe come up a little bit higher and then drop down, or maybe just come here and then drop down. What you want it to actually do, sorry, right? So, or from where it is now, right? Like a drop down. What you want it to do, Bitcoin, is you want it to stay up here in this new range and trade here. That's what we want. We want Bitcoin to trade sideways like this. So that eventually, when you have another bullish cycle trigger, you can have that next leg up to like 52K again, right? That's what you want it to do. You want Bitcoin to stay up here in this range, trade around here, and then move up into a new leg or into a new trading range. You don't want it to come up here and then immediately come back down. The good thing is you actually have a break in trend, which has been happening ever since September, early September, right? This is essentially, it's a short-term trend on the low side, but you actually did break it, which is really extremely good. You broke to the upside. And right now what has to happen, because you actually broke to the upside, you have to trade sideways so you can go up. That's exactly what Bitcoin needs. If you see Bitcoin, oh, did I move something? Oh, whatever. If you see Bitcoin actually trade here and then run up again, that's fantastic. But if you see Bitcoin actually touch this level, right, and not create a new higher high, above 52.9, then it's gonna bounce and it's gonna come right back down. I'm telling you guys that right now. If we do not create a higher high, we don't actually see this jump to the upside, it's gonna come right back down to where it was. So you need Bitcoin. If it actually breaks and starts trading around this range, it needs to beat the previous highs of what, 52,944, like that 52,900 level. Like it needs to beat that in order for actually to make a brand new high and go back to possibly like 60K or 70, whatever it was before, right? What you don't want right now, the price action is you don't want it to just break to the upside. Like I said, retest this support level as resistance and drop back down, or come up here and drop down, right? You want Bitcoin to start trading sideways right now. That's exactly what you want. Or if it does trade, there's a lot of things that can happen. But I think ultimately what we want is we want to have that 48.8 level broken. You want that resistance to be broken. Absolutely. If that gets broken, then that's fantastic. And you want to see that next leg up. Because if we do not see that next leg up and you do not see 48.8 get broken, we're gonna come right back down, and it's very important that actually gets broken, so you can see that next leg up to 52,900. But yeah, I mean, signs yesterday when I posted the video, I'm like, you know what, this looks like it can definitely happen, because we had the weekly actually showing signs of a super weak close on the weekly. So if we I told you guys already, as soon as we create a bullish week on Bitcoin, I'm 100% back in on crypto, right? I'm going back in 100%. I've been slowly accumulating already. So around this range right here, when Bitcoin was between 43 and like 40K, I was already accumulating some, right? I bought back into Shiba, I bought back into Matic, I bought like 2 or 3 more Ethereum. So I did get back into crypto by a decent amount, but I'm gonna be fully back in as soon as we do cross that, that we make that bullish crossover on the week, which is what happened back here in on June 21st, right? And again, you traded sideways for a little bit, but eventually you did bounce super hard to the upside, and I'm expecting a similar move like that. That's exactly what I think can happen. Um, Keep in mind from lows when you actually created that trigger, to highs, you had a run of 23K, right? And that's from the lows. If we're at lows here at like, the higher the better. But if we create a bullish trigger and we're at lows of 43 right here, and the support, let's go up 23,000 bucks. 23.1. We might be looking at a leg up to 67K, and then from there, possibly a retest down to 60, and then a move all the way back up again. And keep in mind, I told you guys, after, and I keep my target right now for Bitcoin minimum after we close a bullish month is $84,000. And that's because the lows of 28,000 times 3 is 84. And just looking at recent, looking at the average move on the monthly for Bitcoin, every single time that we actually cross bullish on the monthly, we do end up making anywhere from a 3 to a 15x. We're not gonna make a 15x on Bitcoin, but minimum usually it's about a 3x from lows, from monthly lows. And because our monthly low is 28.8, I'm expecting at least like $84,000 off of Bitcoin. So that would be my next actual take profit of my portfolio. Like if I'm not gonna take profit when Cardano is $3 or when Ethereum is 4,000, right? I'm leaving it to Bitcoin. When Bitcoin is $84,000, I'm gonna be taking about like 75% of my position out, possibly. I don't know. I want to look at TA when 84,000 hits. If it looks really good, I'm not even touching my crypto portfolio, right? But if it's starting to look a little weak, that's when I'll take some money out. But yeah, Bitcoin's looking pretty good right now. It needs to break really strong. It needs to break really strong resistance. We wanted to stay trading up on this range. If it drops down, that's fine. But we basically just wanted to break 48,784. That's it. We wanted to break this resistance right here. That's what we needed to break. Needed to break, maybe retest, and then come back up. That's it. I think the most important part is it breaking that 48.7, and if it does, I think we're headed to 52.9. If it doesn't, I think we're going back to like 43, 44K. But we'll see. It might actually come back and retest the trend on the low side. So we'll see. But yeah, so far so good. Nice move on Bitcoin, and basically all stocks are red. Futures were red on the SPY, and the SPY is at new lows, I think, of 428. So my forecast, the 425 is looking, it's just shy. It's about $3 shy of my forecast on the S&P 500. So 428, we might actually see 425 today, to be honest, or Monday. But yeah, I think for whatever reason, SPY and crypto are not correlated right now, which is fantastic because my biggest position is in crypto, and I'm just kind of waiting it out to see what happens. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.